Wolfpack is back, goes on mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition, win the war, that's their mission. Not no mercy, see the race like the street.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bulletcast, the only sports recreational podcast that is simply just too sweet. I am your host, Philip Antoine, and as always, I am the modern-day Mamba Raja. Making his return, he's the icon, he's the main event, he's the showstopper. I got the California kid back in the building. What's going on, good brother?
I am back.
And of course, I got the tag team partner over here, the glow stopper. I got the Canadian Destroyer, Brandon, in the building.
Hi guys.
going on,
So
man?
excited to be here.
Hey, man.
You sound excited.
It's so early. It's 11 o'clock. Usually we do this like at 1:30.
Hey, the earlier the better. We on that grind.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, I'd like to give my condolences to the people who were affected by Hurricane Harvey, a tragedy that has hit our country. And King Booker, he's down there getting it done for the people. Shout out King Booker.
For him. Yeah, definitely.
Good thing Jerry Lawler was on commentary. He was way better than Booker T. You know, I don't
Whoa,
want to bury him while he's down, but you
Booker
know.
T may be on my Black Power ranking later this week. God damn it.
All right, good for you.
Good for you.
God damn it. All right.
Yeah, everyone stay safe.
Everybody stay safe. Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, Asuka drops the NXT Women's title after 510 days. She vacates it. Thoughts?
It plays perfectly into a story. It's really unfortunate, but I think they're going to be able to use it for some really cool stuff. I mean, she gets to stay undefeated, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And gets her on the main roster. And I love a good scramble for a title, so hopefully we'll see something like that for the women's title.
I think she'll be called up. She's not going to go back to NXT.
No.
Because I feel like if this was, I don't know, Peyton Royce, she might be able to hold on to it because she's not going to get called up. But since it's Asuka, she's probably going to get called up.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to let her drop the title without actually losing.
Regal even said that he's negotiating to figure out whether she'll end up on Raw or SmackDown, which means the negotiations will take as long as it takes her to heal. Which, speedy recovery to
Marvelous.
Asuka.
All right. Dolph Ziggler's brother gets 15 years in prison for involuntary manslaughter. Moving on. Samoa Joe. He is out for 4 to 6 weeks due to a little knee injury.
Honestly, it looks like before this injury happened, it looked like they might have been going in a direction of Joe and Cena. So, and we all kind of know how that ends up. So this might end up being best for him.
I mean, we will get to all that.
He can avoid that, maybe.
All right, moving on. Xavier Woods is injured also. He kind of injured his foot.
Well, that's why you got the three people. When one's injured, the other one can step in.
Yeah.
And it's like nothing happened.
We'll
And
see.
he's not,
He's too busy
incapacitated.
being the MVP of SummerSlam. So.
MVP of SummerSlam. He's the MVP of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Including pages. All right, moving on. PWI, Pro Wrestling Illustrated. They came out with the top 10.
Yep.
Should I read you this list?
Sure, go right ahead.
I'll read
start,
you.
Start off with number one. Who's
number one?
Who's number one?
I knew this guy was going to be number one for a couple months because I have insights and I am a corporate shill. Okada. He is number one.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
Having like the best title run I've ever seen.
All right.
Just killing it.
Number two, AJ Styles. 3 is Owens. 4, Roman Reigns. 5, Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns is better than Kenny Omega.
I mean, this is more of a kayfabe type list. So Kenny Omega, hasn't really won the big matches this
True,
year.
he loses normally.
He has the great matches, but he ends up losing to Okada.
All right. Number 6 is Shinsuke Nakamura. 7 is Samoa Joe. 8 is Dean Ambrose. 9, The Glorious Bobby Roode. And 10, The Miz.
Miz in the top 10.
I'm kind of surprised because he loses all of his matches. That's his thing.
But his work on the mic.
True, and he has held on to the Intercontinental title for a while.
Yes.
In the words of Baron Corbin on Twitter, what's PWI?
Oh, Baron. The top 20 looks pretty good. Top 30 looks all right.
Mm.
Cody Rhodes is 33. I do not know why, but we'll move on from that.
Cheeseburger's in like 400 something. Shout out Cheeseburger.
Shout out Cheeseburger.
Is he on your Black Power rankings? He should be.
He might just be.
He's like Chris Jericho's favorite wrestler.
He might just be. You don't know. Anybody can be on the Black Power rankings. Shout out Aleister Black. All right, moving on. Let's talk about this NXT Women's Championship for a little bit. So since Asuka's vacated, I have a few opinions of what they could do here. They could go into like a UFC type role and have an interim champion, and then if they do decide to have Asuka come back to NXT, she can clash with the interim champion, and then we get a full champion. Or the winner of the Mae Young Classic gets the championship or an opportunity at the title.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, like they have like an NXT tournament and then have the Mae Young Classic and the two winners clash
That
at
would
the
be fun.
takeover.
It would also be interesting to just see whoever wins the Mae Young Classic walk out with the women's title and immediately become
Candice LeRae?
the villain. I don't think so, but I love her and she'd be my pick to win.
I love Candice LeRae.
But it would be fun to see if say if a heel wins the Mae Young Classic, it'd be fun to see the heel walk into NXT with the title and be like, "Hey, screw you guys, I have the title and I just showed up on NXT."
Well, what's that that MMA chick? What's
It's
her name?
Baszler, I think.
Bazemore, Shanna Bazemore.
Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler, yeah.
I think she's my pick to win the Mae Young Classic.
Her and her four horsewomen of
Yep.
The real four horsewomen.
Yeah,
Hey, let me
Ronda
tell you
Rousey
something.
and the gang.
Becky, Bailey, Sasha, Charlotte. Those are the four horsewomen. Those other chicks, they're just fans. Say that right now. Hot takes. Goddamn.
Well, you know, the four horsewomen of MMA was before the four horsewomen of wrestling.
No.
Just saying.
No. All right, but the Mae Young Classic.
They're
What do you guys think?
Shout out Ronda Rousey got married.
Shout out Ronda Rousey. You know,
Good for you. Enjoy.
was Holly home there to
Enjoy a
kick her in
long
the
marriage,
face?
long
No.
healthy marriage.
Hopefully, you know, Travis Brown doesn't beat her like he beat his other women. Hot takes.
Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Just saying.
The Mae Young Classic has started. I have not even finished episode 1 yet. I've been
What?
busy.
I haven't even started, so it's
What?
okay.
Okay.
I've been interviewing.
I've had school. I've had stuff to do.
Yeah,
all
I
right,
know.
all right, listeners. As the one who has watched all 4 of the first episodes, it's been okay. It's been good.
It's been all right.
It's been all right.
I like-
There's been some really good wrestling, and then there's been some really green wrestling. And I feel like the green wrestling comes from them wanting to bring in some female wrestlers that they can then take to the performance center and work on.
Yes.
I mean, they were trying to
Um,
get a lot of women from around the world, so the problem with that is some of the wrestlers just probably aren't ready for a WWE ring yet, but because they are from a specific country, we bring them in. Highlights, obviously, Kairi Sane is amazing.
Yes.
Baszler's match was really good. The woman she beat, Zeta, I can't
Oh,
remember her
that
name.
Asian chick.
Yeah,
right?
she was
is-
great, but
she
she's
looked
gone.
nice.
She was really good.
She did look nice.
Candice LeRae put on a great show. I think she's going to be one of the top.
She's awesome.
Moving
She's
forward.
Candice LeRae.
She's Candice LeRae.
World's
amazing.
cutest cat.
I can't remember her name, so someone else help me out. But CM Punk's acolyte from
Serena.
yeah, she's Yoga Mom now. She's great. She's really good in the ring.
Did you guys like her better without hair?
I think it makes her stand out. She literally looks just like Yoga White Soccer Mom right now, which is fine.
I think I'd prefer the no hair. But yeah, the Mae Young Classic, from what I've seen, it has been very good.
Been fun.
I hope they run with my idea to get them in that NXT Women's Championship, because they don't need to create like another title like they've done with like
No.
the cruiserweights in the UK and all that other stuff.
Yeah, we've seen how
Look
much
at the
they've done
UK
with the UK
championship.
Championship. Some of the best wrestlers on their roster, and they had a tag team
Hey.
match on the second episode of the Takeover.
ICW, they got that UK title match. They're doing something.
I mean, they're supposed to have a show, but I guess funding isn't
That's
good right now for it.
I mean, that's why we don't have fireworks anymore.
True. And the one unfortunate thing I have to say to the Mae Young Classic, the commentary is dreadful.
Lita's not very good.
No, they're both terrible. Both.
But that's Jim Ross.
Yeah,
the
but
greatest commentary of all
the
time.
problem is that like
It's like-
Jim Ross and Lita have nothing in common and nothing to talk about, so their banter is
Yeah.
really stale. And they both do a good job on their own, but then when they pause to let the other person talk, there's always these long, awkward pauses.
All right, so who do you think would be better to help JR? Like, what woman do you think could?
I don't. The problem is I don't know because they haven't. WWE has made the mistake of not really letting a lot of women
Honestly,
do commentary.
when Renee Young was doing commentary in NXT back in the old days, she was pretty good.
I don't mind her. She has said in interviews that she didn't enjoy it and it stressed her out. But if they could get her to maybe try it out again, now that she's been doing interviews for a while, I think she'd be great. Like I would love to see her doing commentary on like an
Or-
episode of SmackDown and have Kevin Owens sit next to her and have them.
And we also saw in New Japan. Sometimes Jim Ross doesn't do all his homework, and when he doesn't know the product inside and out, sometimes it can't be. It's not
Or
the
doesn't.
best.
Maybe
Yeah. When Kairi Sane came out to the ring, middle of the match, he explains to us all that she is a yachts person and she enjoys yachting, and that's why she dresses up as a pirate. She's a pirate. JR.
We get it. She has a hat.
She's a pirate. Her theme song is almost literally the Pirates of the Caribbean theme.
all right.
But no, still it's great. Go watch it.
All right. All right, moving on. Guys, what WWE superstar would you trade for someone else in the business around the world? Should I go first?
Sure.
I've had some difficulty. I couldn't really think of one.
This one's hard.
Get rid of Big Cass. Trade him out. And you know who I take? You know who I'm bringing in? I'm bringing in Big Michael Elgin.
But it's a one-for-one trade.
It's a
you
one
get,
for one.
but what company you putting Big Cass in? Put him in ROH?
Sure, why not? He can go wrestle. What's that guy? Rampage,
I mean,
Ramirez.
that's the point of a trade. It's
Yeah.
you get him and
You gotta
you get
improve
him.
both companies.
I mean, honestly,
That's why it's so difficult because I can see WWE maybe taking somebody, but I don't see the other company taking them.
Hear me out. Like they give Cass the mic too much. That's his problem.
I do think Big Cass could do some good work in Ring of Honor.
Exactly. He can just be a big guy that does not talk. That's all that can happen. Bring in. Could you imagine like the stare downs between like Braun Strowman and Elgin, or like
Moose got over in ROH.
Moose did get over in ROH. I love Moose. Black Power ranking, maybe. We don't know. But, like, could you just imagine...
Stay strong.
All right, could you just imagine, like, Elgin stare down with, like, Joe, and then, like, with Reigns, and then, like, a program with Cena, stuff like that, or maybe even, like, a little program with Lesnar. Just imagine, like, that kind of intensity, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, he's Canadian, so you probably don't like him.
He's cool. He's coming to APW.
He's coming to
Cow
APW.
Palace. Shout out.
So was my boy Rey Mysterio. I mean,
Where the Young Bucks at, though?
where are the Bucks?
Yeah, where are the Bucks at? All right. I know. Where are you guys at? We're here. We're waiting.
We're just up the road. Take
Goddamn!
5 right here.
To be fair, you could just look at me and say, why aren't you coming to PWG? So, guess
Yes.
tick for tat.
All right, guys, what do you think?
I will go. So, you're right. It was hard because I want to improve both companies while doing this. So I'm gonna be trading with New Japan because that's the other main promotion I know. I watch others, but I know New Japan. And from WWE, I'm gonna give him someone that I really honestly don't like, but I don't like him because I think he's stale. And I think if you send him to New Japan, he's young. He's still surprisingly young. He could do some great work and really get a fire underneath him. I'm gonna give him Randy Orton. Because I think Randy Orton could do some great work in New Japan. I think
Really?
he's smooth and like his scoop slam is just beautiful. The RKO is pretty much over wherever it goes. I think him doing some work with some strong style workers and getting to be somewhere else in a new atmosphere. Obviously, in reality, he would probably never want to do this. But if he would,
He has
I think
enough money. He doesn't need to do that.
he doesn't need to do it. He's young enough that I think this could really turn a corner for his career because I like old Randy Orton. I like him when I first got into wrestling.
I like 09 Randy Orton.
Yeah.
That vindictive side. I like
Yeah,
that.
I like the Legend Killer. Now he's just a
Song
boring
was so
young
good.
legend. But from them, there's so many great talent in New Japan. I mean, it's easy to say who you're going to take, but if I'm trading Randy Orton, he's a heel in my mind. He's a face right now, but he is a heel and everything.
To his company.
So I think that we continue this invasion that we've been having, and I'm gonna take Naito. I'm gonna bring Naito over. I think he can get over without speaking. I think that laziness, that kind of like I don't give a crap about this, that kind of just looking at you. He can just get away. He can get away with saying
He's
yes
the guy
or
that
no.
throws up the championship, right?
Yeah, he's the one that throws up the championship
I
belt.
bet
and
if he
rolls
did
in
that,
the ring.
Vince would have a heart attack.
Oh yeah, he definitely would. But I think him being there, and then Andrade being there, the two together, they started Los Angeles together. I think you could really get something good going there. Yeah, I think Naito would do great in New Japan. I think he'd do better than a lot of Japanese wrestlers because his gimmick lends itself to not talking. Where Nakamura, Asuka, and Kairi saying they have to talk,
Yeah.
but Naito could just not talk.
All right, what about you, man?
All right, so I know I'm not the cruiserweight division guy, but I'll trade some cruiserweights. We'll take Neville and we'll put him into GFW.
Oh,
And then
GFW.
I know,
Whoa.
I know, because
what is that?
I know but he has a little bit of star power. He can kind of raise the prestige
Make
of
him the X Division
GFW.
champion.
And if you've seen what Neville has done on the indie scene, what his flippy doos and all that
Talk?
stuff,
Yeah.
he is not doing like whatever 10% of what he did.
What is Hadrian Neverweight doing in the Impact Zone?
And so then what we're going to do is we're going to take my boy Trevor Lee and we're going to
I
put
knew
him
it.
as the cruiserweight champion.
I know.
And he's going to just destroy it. He's
I
going
do
to be
love
amazing.
Trevor Lee. I love his finisher, the jumping stomp.
He's the man.
I do enjoy that.
And also, I would like to see Dalton Castle in the Fashion Files.
Dude, I love Dalton Castle.
And I love the fashion.
All right,
I know.
Am I Dalton Castle? You guys my boys? Is that what's going on?
No.
here?
No,
I'm not fanning you down.
Oh, come on, bro. I mean, can. All right, never mind.
So, there you go.
I like it.
You didn't think I'd bring up GFW, did you?
I like it.
I didn't think anyone would bring up.
You
GFW.
haven't put over Trevor Lee that hard since we started this podcast.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen Impact in like a month or two, but
I don't think
I'm
anyone
hearing
brings up
semi good
GFW
stuff about
anywhere.
it.
I haven't watched Impact since like the Hardys left.
I watched the first show they came back, and I was like, it's the same old stuff.
It really
But
is.
apparently it's getting a little better.
Shout out Taryn Terrell coming back, looking as nice as ever.
Just showing up in bra and panties for no reason.
Hey, I don't have a problem with it.
I mean, they got away from the TNA name for a reason.
Okay. All right, guys. Something happened in the world of professional wrestling just recently where it has stirred up a lot of controversy with people. Cody Rhodes has said that this person should not be allowed in the locker room he is in. Joey Ryan's upset about it. Brian Cage. Guys, what do you think about the sexy star controversy?
It's horrendous. It's just terrible because the number one rule in wrestling is not to entertain the fans, is to take care of your opponent.
Yeah.
And she didn't do that.
You're putting a lot of trust.
I don't know what the situation is if they were being stiff back and forth, but in the end, you don't put a legit arm bar on somebody and break their arm.
I heard like it was like a fatal 4-way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched a good portion of it. She's just no-selling everybody, and
Yeah.
then they start hitting her. And
So
it's like,
her explanation was Sexy Star said one of the other girls like stiff-armed her, so she thought all three of them were gonna shoot on her, so that's why she did this.
Really?
But that makes
Did you
no
read her
sense.
reply on Twitter? You literally can't read it. It's unreadable. It's like she makes no coherent statements on her reply to it on Twitter. Like, I just don't understand where her mind is at.
And she said she apologized, but it's only because Conan made her apologize, which isn't a real apology.
Yeah.
That literally isn't an apology. Yeah. I hoped I never see her in a ring again, honestly.
I liked her in Lucha Underground, but now after watching this, I don't really care about her anymore now.
To be fair, I didn't like her in Lucha Underground.
Would
so.
you trade her for like a Carmella, Lucha Underground?
I mean, I don't care if Sexy Star ever shows up on my TV ever again.
Yeah, I've said my piece. I did a video about it, and to that dude who had some comments about it. Yeah, yeah, F that guy.
I mean,
God damn it. But
Sexy Star shouldn't be in the wrestling business anymore after
No.
this.
I don't think she can get booked anywhere.
I mean, she already got kicked off of one booking, I saw.
Good.
Just don't
Good,
book.
good.
Just don't book her ever again.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Like Brett and Sean, they had terrible heat, but they trusted each other in the ring. It's a thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I think with an armbar, if it's like a real armbar or a fake armbar, you can't really tell the difference. It kind of looks, the same.
Yeah, it's all about leverage and
Yeah.
So
All about
it's
the
not-
camera
I mean,
angle and all that. stuff.
elevating your shoulders and stuff. If you
Elevation.
actually hurt them, it's God. What are you thinking? It just
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, moving on, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out Rosemary.
Shout out Rosemary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope, Goldust.
speedy recovery.
Could she be going to the Shattered Dreams Productions? I see
mean-
things on Twitter.
Well, there was a thing where Goldust said he was going to do something, and then
he
it
never
just
did it.
it never happened. Remember,
Oh.
like 2 weeks ago or something, he said, "Oh, it's going to be my best thing ever." And
I think you just defined WWE.
and then he shows up in that Intercontinental Battle Royal.
We'll see. Who knows?
which we'll get to.
All right.
I'll hold myself back. Hold on.
All right. Moving on. Guys, what superstar would you fire from the WWE?
I mean, Dolph Ziggler could just get off my TV. I don't care about him at all.
Hey.
I was gonna.
I was either sending him or Randy Orton to New Japan.
I was gonna.
I still
okay,
have faith.
I had a couple trades in mind. One of my trades was Ziggler for Cody Rhodes, but I didn't think ROH would trade Cody Rhodes for Dolph Ziggler because Cody Rhodes is honestly probably better than Dolph Ziggler would be on the indie scene. That's just me because I just think Dolph Ziggler, he hasn't been on the indie scene. He's just been a WWE guy, and I don't know if he would be able to translate and
Yeah, it takes some time
do
to
all that
adapt.
stuff.
And all that good stuff.
So Dolph Ziggler, you're gone.
All right, what about you, Mitch?
I'm gonna be a broken record this week, but that's fine. Randy Orton, you're gone. I just until you learn to care, I can't. I just can't. I can't stand you in my ring. It's just you're so good. You're so good, but you just don't care. And to be fair, you're not given a lot. You're not given a lot to work with. But I mean, neither was Noam Dar, and he got Alicia Fox over. So if you just give a little bit of effort, man, you're amazing. But you're bringing me down. You hurt my Ruru. Makes me angry.
Wait, what?
Shout out Ruru.
Handsome Rusev. My boy. Yeah. What about you?
You're preaching to the choir over here. I'm not the Randy Orton fan.
Who's gone?
I think I'm gonna go NXT with this one. Roderick Strong. Just not doing nothing.
I mean, he's fine. I'm not a big fan of Roger Strong either, but
Yeah,
he's having good
I mean,
matches.
he is.
That's what he is. He's just a good match. He's not really a
Yeah,
promo
he's a
guy.
great wrestler. He just has no personality.
I
nothing
love
stands out.
Roderick Strong, the Backbreaker King. I've seen him live. It's just
Oh yeah, he was great. I saw him a couple weeks ago in
Yeah.
NXT. It was amazing.
It's just
so good.
maybe does he need to go back to the Indies and get that fire back? I don't know. It's not nothing's happening.
He just needs a character because that's really all that's missing. There's a lot of wrestlers like this. I honestly think like another one like this is Tessa Blanchard. She was in the Mae Young Classic. She's an amazing wrestler.
Shout out Tessa Blanchard.
Nothing about her stands out.
Ricochet's
He's kind of
girl.
like Daniel Bryan before he came to WWE. He was just a wrestler. He's a great wrestler. Well, he's not a great wrestler. He's a really good wrestler. But, I mean, he just doesn't do anything for me. He doesn't... I don't make...
He looks like a guy trying to look like Superman. That's how bland he looks. Like, he just needs a look. And I love him. He's great. He's so good in the ring. And I actually really liked the story that they built with him and Bobby But
They kind of went like some Ricky Steamboat to Jace.
Bobby
angle.
sold the story and not him.
Well, yeah, Bobby's glorious.
Yeah, Bobby is glorious.
All right, let's get into the Raw recap.
Cool.
Now, some of this may not be in order because I've been busy doing things for this pod.
Big things.
Big things. He's doing big things over here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Nero Hardy, is the number 1 contender to the Miz's Intercontinental title. Thoughts?
Everything was pointing towards Jason Jordan, and then
They swerved?
Jeff Hardy just dumps him out the ring.
It's great.
They
I'm
swerved
happy.
me.
I'm super happy.
What crowd was this?
Memphis.
Crappy crowd.
No, apparently because I was listening to my boy Wade Keller's podcast, and he had a correspondent and said that usually the FedEx form isn't mic'd very well. So they said he was really hot, but just it didn't come across on TV apparently.
I mean,
In that case, my apologies to the crowd. Still, the Bullet Club.
the club. I mean, all three of them were looking at each other. I was
It was
like,
so
oh my
good.
god.
And then, of course, the Miz Taraj.
yeah, of course.
Of course.
That's Vince's taste on it. But then so I guess we're still getting Wyatt and Balor.
That's fine.
I mean,
It's all right.
but okay, this makes no sense. How can somebody who's not even in the match dump somebody out of the match and he's eliminated?
Well,
And that also happened
That's
with
literally been happening since
I know,
Battle Royals.
but
were
it doesn't.
invented.
But it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make sense, but it happened.
that's how it happens. And then so I thought all things were pointing to Jason Jordan, and then they swerved me. They really did.
Threw him over the top.
They got me.
So then,
What does this do with Matt Hardy?
Yeah, where's Matt going?
Well, I mean, Vince has always seen Jeff as the bigger star, you know. So are they breaking him up, or is Matt just gonna watch from the sidelines? What's going on?
Oh, I don't know if this is going to be a long-term storyline, but I think Matt will be there to keep the Miz Taraj at bay.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Maybe he's a little crazy and he scares the Miz Taraj away. Maybe he bites someone's ear off.
Maybe he takes some really hard hits and breaks.
I think
bit.
Matt Hardy's
Or-
smart enough. He can come up with something else besides a broken gimmick. That's sort
Yeah.
of like the broken gimmick.
Yeah.
Vulcan.
Well, yeah, it looks like they're going woke, which is
Yeah.
hilarious, but very WWE.
Very WWE. Yeah. Honestly, I like Jeff better as a single guy right now.
Does Jeff Hardy win the match next week?
I don't know, because I mean, look at like Jeff Hardy became one of the probably the most popular guy, like more popular than Cena at a point. Look at like December from 2007 all the way to September of 2009. That period where he had his feuds with Orton and Umaga and Hunter, and then finally winning the championship and stuff with Edge, and then Punk when he walked out. He was so over. Kids cutting up socks and putting them on as armbands, painting
yeah.
their face.
I
He's
mean,
super
my
over.
friend is like the biggest Jeff Hardy mark there is. He loves him.
I was watching an interview.
I bet I'm a bigger Jeff Hardy mark.
I don't know
Hey,
about that.
he was who got me into wrestling. I was watching
yeah.
a couple of days ago. I was watching an interview with Jeff Hardy. And he was talking about the paint and how he wants to bring the paint back. And he said that it probably wouldn't come back until a singles run. And now here's a singles run. So I do think that they want to market that.
Honestly,
And also, most of Miz's Intercontinental matches, the first one, the guy always loses because he has interference that helps him win. That can't really happen here because this is one of the first times that someone's challenging for the title has a buddy to help him out right off the bat. That normally doesn't happen. I could see him winning, and then maybe Matt goes, "Hey, brother, you got the title. You want to give me a shot at the title? Like, let's have a brotherly match, and that could be like an exhibition match at Backlash. Backlash? Yeah,
No
that's
No Mercy.
No Mercy. They could have a thing at No Mercy, which then leads to Matt going crazy. But who knows?
Speaking of No Mercy, I finally saw that commercial you were talking about.
Shout out Alexa Bliss, cheerleader.
Oh,
But-
Yeah,
God.
bring back that cheerleader style
But they've really cooled on Jason Jordan.
with the little gong in the
I mean-
background at the end.
I mean,
What are they doing with Jason Jordan? Are they going to turn him heel, or are they just going to ignore that he's even a stun in the next 6 months?
I don't know what's going on with
don't
Jason Jordan.
There's too
Jason
many-
Jordan angle.
Because he's losing like all of his
Jason
matches
Jordan
right
angle.
now.
Jason Angle.
The Jason Jordan angle of Jason Jordan angle.
I see what you did there.
There are too many good wrestlers and too few titles to have them go after. That's kind of the problem that we're having on the brand split.
Let him lose some weight, put him in the cruiserweight division.
He's way too
I would
big.
love to see how long
I mean,
that
the
takes.
cruiserweight limit used to be like 220, like back in the day.
Yeah, but
Hey, they had Enzo weigh in on 205 Live.
yeah,
He had to actually weigh in, and he was 206, and then he lost a pound. But when he was 206, he looked and he was like, "I'm a heavyweight, damn it."
Does anybody remember that angle where like Christian had to lose weight for the light heavyweight title? That was funny.
Didn't Matt Hardy do that?
Yeah, Matt
too?
Hardy had to like drop his weight just in time
Yeah.
every single time he had a cruiserweight match.
All right.
I think Jason
Keeping it
Jordan's-
kayfabe.
I think Jason Jordan's like 60 pounds overweight, but you know,
Bail him from the UK. Put him in that division.
whatever.
All right. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Heyman,
Oh, he's a delight,
Brock Lesnar.
ladies and gentlemen.
Lesnar got on the mic.
Actually talked. Brock
Oh.
Lesnar doesn't talk enough.
Thoughts?
It was good.
It's basically the opposite of the John Cena Roman Reigns
Yeah.
build, where you actually build up your opponent to make you want to see them fight, and not tear them down.
It's kind of the formula is Heyman builds up the opponent, because like what he did to Samoa Joe a couple weeks ago was amazing. He builds up the opponent and then lets Lesnar say one word that reinstates how vicious Lesnar is, and you have yourself a fight.
I mean, Heyman, he did have, like, he said, like, Joe was the Samoan that the family didn't want or something like that. Which I
But
thought
then
was
once
pretty
they
funny.
started doing the whole thing with
Once they
the
started getting physical.
once they started doing the stuff with the Coquina clutch, and we got to see Heyman look terrified.
If you build up your opponent to where he's a really big threat and you beat him, it makes you look even better.
I don't know. Heyman, he can sell me on anybody. He really can.
Do we
Except for Curtis Axel.
He didn't try hard enough there.
Okay.
do we
And Ryback.
think?
Okay.
Do you think Braun has a shot at winning?
Hell was Braun Strowman.
I mean, I'm sticking to my guns. It's Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
I mean,
I'm
but
sticking to my guns.
he doesn't have to hold the title till then
But
necessarily.
I mean, I know, but it makes it a lot bigger deal if nobody beats Brock Lesnar until Roman Reigns does it. I'm sticking to my guns on that one.
All right.
Okay, that's fair.
Emma, she got new music. I don't know why I preferred what she had
Oh man,
before.
her music is trash.
It really is.
The guy who makes the music for WWE tweeted out saying we are not responsible for Emma's new music. CFO.
Yeah, Jordan, he got some new music too. Is it better than that other stuff he had?
Who's new music?
Jordan? It had like there were
Kinda.
lyrics.
I like American Alpha, or not American Alpha, but
Whatever
the new
they
American Alpha's new theme
The
music.
new World's Greatest Tag Team.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called. Goddamn. Anyway, Emma, she defeats my girl Mickey James.
In a hashtag match.
I know.
Gosh,
Is Mickey James really? Is she really happy with Magnus? I mean, does a child need a father?
All right.
All
Okay.
right.
gosh.
Moving on.
Anyways.
Yes.
Also, as a side note of this match, since this match took place, I checked. Mickey James has tweeted nothing. So, fun stipulation there.
Continuity. Come on.
Continuity, Mickey James.
Goddamn. All right.
Maybe Emma will talk to her about it next week.
Maybe. Cesaro, he defeats Seth Rollins.
I mean, they've done this. They've done this a bunch of times where they face
then-
each other.
Then
Yeah, 50-50 booking.
Dean Ambrose defeats Sheamus.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
Do you-
fine
Do you
matches.
think Dean Ambrose think he burned it down?
Burned down Renee Young.
All right.
All right, okay.
Moving
So,
on.
anyways,
Let's talk about what everybody's talking about, ladies and gentlemen. The verbal ass whooping that Jonathan Felix Anthony Cena delivered to Roman Reigns.
Is that his full name?
Yes.
his two middle
Oh.
names.
Yeah. Shout out John Cena.
All right.
There you go.
Whatever.
Ladies,
This is what Cena does.
it is.
Cena stepped up and he just tore him down.
Ladies, and people are saying that it was scripted to be this way. I don't give a damn. It was good.
I mean, it was like 95% scripted. When Roman Reigns tripped over his lines and forgot it, that's when John Cena jumped in. Was like, it's called a promo, kid. You
It
gotta be good at one.
amazing. I mean, some of the stuff that he said, like you just said, it's a promo, kid. It took you 5 years to cut a halfway decent promo. But look, go back and look at Roman. Like he got a little. You could tell he got upset.
He was not liking that.
He was not upset
Because John Cena probably has more power than Roman Reigns does in terms of changing and saying what he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure-
John, he was breaking the fourth wall, calling it a promo, saying that you want a heel turn, saying that he holds his mythical golden shovel, but the
Shuffle. If Roman Reigns said shuffle at first, another screw up by Roman Reigns.
It's just like he was really just going at it, giving us some inside baseball. I enjoyed it. I loved it.
But then does this? I know this probably makes you want to see the match more.
It does make you want to see the match more.
But in a kayfabe sense, they didn't even talk about really the match at all.
It does make me want to see the match more. I hated this. This is exactly what I don't want to see on a weekly basis. This is not what I want to see from John Cena. This is what made me hate John Cena in the first place, and it's what he has not done in such a long time, and it's what's made me actually like him in the recent years.
I mean, they've recycled some stuff here.
I feel like in a bubble, it was very entertaining, but you can't do this every week.
No.
I
It's
mean,
like the Miz promo.
Yeah.
But this actually is building towards a match.
they really they recycled some stuff. The whole Cena, you bury guys, yada yada yada, and then John's like, I don't do that. Everybody says that. And then, of course, like I've said before, the whole Rock Cena thing where John's Rock and Roman is Cena.
Which is this is my promo pick of the week. It's one of those promos.
I really hope next week, I need to see this. Next week, I need Roman to call Cena out on this. I need him to say, hey, you lambasted The Rock for being the Hollywood freaking guru, and now you're exactly...
Yeah, does Roman get one over on him next week? Because,
Yeah.
Roman called him a fake-ass bitch, and I was like, oh.
Three weeks away till No Mercy. Roman needs to...
Roman needs to needs 3 weeks of heat.
He
Getting
needs
his
to be
heat
like,
back.
you know what, John, you can talk all that crap. I'm going to beat your ass in No Mercy.
I think the best part was John was like, I'm here because you can't do your job. I do this better part-time than you ever could full-time. I was like, oh.
Okay, but if they just added like the little part of like, I'm gonna whoop your ass and no mercy, like they didn't actually talk about the match. They were just burying each other,
and then
which doesn't do you any good.
They put him right in a tag match.
I hated that. That made absolutely no sense.
I don't. They don't need to touch each other until No Mercy or the Go Home show.
Yeah, and then they're in sync, doing a FU and spear at the same time.
Actually, you know what they need to do? If they put him in let's say they put him in a tag match next week, and they're against like Cesaro and Sheamus or whatever.
Don't do that.
No,
they don't need to be in a tag match.
No, just hear me out. Just hear me out. Remember when Punk and Cena used to team together during their feud? Cena would do like the Punk's moves, and Punk would do Cena's moves. Maybe they can go that route, or let's say for some reason Sheamus moves out the way, Roman spears Cena, but then yet they still win the match, and Roman's like, you were in the way, or yada yada yada, some stuff like that.
I know this isn't probably leading towards a Roman Reigns heel turn, but if I was Roman, you just destroyed me and like basically talked all this crap about me. I'm not tagging with you. I would have just left. I'd be like, you know what, F you, Cena. I'm going.
All right, No Mercy. Who wins? Thoughts? Just right now.
This is a long time away. What I would do,
just give it.
It's gotta be Roman. If it's not Roman, Cena. I'm going to be furious.
I would pick Cena to win.
I say no contest.
I'd say Cena wins.
Someone interferes.
Undertaker.
Samoa Joe.
Undertaker. My sources say Undertaker's training to show up in No Mercy. And apparently, in the commercial, at the end of the No Mercy commercial, there's a gong.
Look.
That's what people are saying.
Mark.
I could see them wanting to do because I know that
there was the line of John Cena saying, "I'm not an old veteran with a beat up hip."
They want Undertaker to come out and say, "What'd you say, John Cena?" And then WrestleMania would get Cena versus Undertaker. But that's not what his story's over. And God, I'm almost at the point where I want Cena's story to be over because you can't just keep burying talent. This has been a month now of me being furious at Cena because what he did. I wasn't here for this. What he did to Corbin, I was pissed off at, and now what he's doing to Roman, I'm pissed off at. I'm like, do you want new talent? No. Okay, cool. This is how you do it.
Mark Calloway, just sit there with Michelle McCool.
I hope this lights a fire under Roman.
I think it did.
Because Roman is like looking across from Cena and just watching Cena just do what Cena does and just be a phenomenal talker. And Roman can't do that.
Cena's so quick-witted.
I mean, when's the last time Roman has done a standalone go-home promo to get someone hyped up about a match? He doesn't do that.
No.
He doesn't.
He had the best 5-word promo of his career once.
Yeah, and that was after a match.
That was probably, to me, that still stands as maybe my favorite promo of this year.
Exactly. And he didn't even do that promo. The fans did that promo for him.
Exactly. But like, here's my thing with this whole thing. Somebody interferes. I say Joe comes out and interferes. Then we get Joe versus Cena, because we don't know how long Cena's gonna be here. I hear he may be gone right after No Mercy.
He's got a movie he's filming soon.
Yeah. So.
Of course he does.
Of course, it's John Cena. Big times, big things.
Big things, eh?
He's not a businessman. He's a businessman. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
That's what you say. I'll shout out Jay-Z.
Shout out Jay-Z. But I say it goes no contest. Like
No Mercy could be WrestleMania. These two matches that are topping could be WrestleMania.
And I'm gonna be at the Go Home show for this.
Me too. I just got tickets.
You just got tickets?
I know. I'm ready to go.
Okay, I guess I gotta get tickets.
Are you going to SmackDown? What we're doing, guys?
Oh God, when and where? Which ones are which? I remember you telling me that Raw and SmackDown are both here.
Oakland is SmackDown. San Jose is Raw.
Yeah, September 18th is Raw. September 19th is SmackDown. 205 Live. I know you're. Come on, man.
205 Live.
I'm just there for Nakamura.
I might just have to go to SmackDown.
Yes. All right.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go to Raw, but honestly, after this promo with Cena and Reigns, I was like, okay, I have to definitely go to Raw.
Brock and Braun, that element that's there.
Because and this promo, they can do another promo like this as the go home promo. But
also, props to Brock being at the last how many Raws? Like 7 Raws in a row. He's just been there. Thank you, Brock, for being a present champion.
You see,
it's awesome.
He's out here.
And Roman, what I would have personally, from this point on, Cena needs to start talking trash, and Roman just needs to sucker punch him each time, and then just that be it. Because at this point, he can't beat him on the mic. He's got to prove that
who's the better wrestler here?
Oh,
Reigns and Cena?
Cena, but
by far.
But when Cena was where Roman is now,
I've heard people say Roman's a better wrestler.
I know he's not.
Cena has
the psychology, and he can do all that other stuff. Like Roman is just.
Cena's really good at creating separation.
Yeah.
In a match, I've noticed that.
Like Roman is like he's a good big match wrestler.
Oh, his fights feel big. I mean, I will say I don't think Roman is a terrible wrestler anymore. I think he was at one point, but I think he's good now. So he's just not amazing.
The big dog versus Big Match John. I personally feel like it should go to no contest, but we don't.
We're 3 weeks away. We have a long time to see what they do.
I say maybe Cena gets Chapter 1. Who knows?
I would pick Cena to win. I would have Cena win. Just saying.
Maybe a loss to Cena is what finally gets Roman to...
Because, if Cena wins, you can get Roman all pissed off, and then when Cena comes back, they can build up the match again.
They
and then have him beat him, and then have him beat Brock Lesnar.
All right, moving on. Alexa Bliss is the new Raw Women's Champion. What the hell are they doing to my girl Sasha Banks?
I don't even know why they had this.
Look.
Why can't they just do this at SummerSlam? Have Nia Jax turn on her.
So maybe I'm the only one taking crazy pills. But I love this because I see the story they're building. Sasha Banks has never defended her title successful on the main roster.
Here's the
and
thing.
I love that. I love that as a story.
Here's the thing, like when they said that last week, I'm like, all right, so Sasha's she's gonna defend it successfully, and then she didn't, and I'm like, what? And they did the same.
She loses clean.
Yeah, and then they did the same thing with Bayley. Bayley can't get Extreme, so when Extreme Rules comes around, she has to get Extreme. She did not do it. I'm like,
in
what?
her hometown.
Do you remember back?
Well, that's why she lost. It was in her hometown.
Yeah. Do you remember back in the day when a babyface said they were going to do something, they did it, and they delivered? What's going on here?
That's why, like you can have Alexa Bliss beat her at SummerSlam, have her whatever they call it, Blissertation the next night on Raw.
I don't know.
And have Nia Jax turn on her then.
Sasha's held this title.
I mean,
like what? 27 days. I forget the other one, and then this just recently 8 days. I was listening to her on Sam Roberts' podcast. Shout out Sam, and she said like she's not really that excited when she wins the title. She knows she's going to lose it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, and what is this a face turn for Alexa Bliss for Nia Jax? Because right before she dumped her, the Batista style, she just attacked Sasha Banks for no reason. Nia Jax.
I do think that the worst case scenario of this situation is now that it pushes Sasha back to the bottom of the ladder because now we have to do Nia Jax versus Alexa. That's the direction we have to go. So that is unfortunate.
If they're gonna keep doing this with Sasha in championship match, just don't give her the title.
See, I like the fact that she can't defend the title successfully. I think that's an interesting story. So when she finally does defend the title successfully, it will be even a bigger deal than her winning the title. Like, her winning the title will be cool. She won it. But when we see her actually retain it, we'll all lose our minds.
But when Alexa lost, it was sort of a big deal, and then she just wins it back a week later. Which
people were saying that this is a transitional champion. That's not what a transitional champion is.
I mean, how many women's champions
there was no transition. It went from the same champion to the same champion.
Exactly.
How many women's champions have there been this year? Like 8
10.
in total?
The Raw women's title has changed hands 10 times since
and I'm not
Charlotte went to Raw in the brand split.
And I'm talking about SmackDown too. And SmackDown.
SmackDown. This year there's been
so many women's champions. Like
there's been 3 SmackDown women's champions this year.
Everybody's gonna, especially on SmackDown, everybody gets a turn on SmackDown.
SmackDown, I feel like people have held the title longer than on Raw though, because Alexa held the SmackDown title for quite a while on SmackDown.
I mean, Becky, Naomi, Natalya.
I think
Carmella's gonna get her run with the. She's probably gonna cash in and win.
Yeah.
I mean, but just with
unless Natalya turns her into the Baron Corbin of the women's division. Shout out to Natalya.
Okay, so who's the babyface and who's the heel in this match? I mean, I think Alexa Bliss has to be the face because she's so much smaller than Nia Jax.
I think that's fine. I think
she's fun size.
Yeah, and she's the hot one, so all the guys will get behind her.
Yeah, I think she's due for. She won't be a pure face. She'll still be kind of a people like yell at her and shout at her, and she'll give them kind of like a sidelong glance, like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Does she bring back the tutu and the sparkles?
No. Please.
I mean, I'm always okay with Alexa. I was been an Alexa Bliss fan. She was a fairy. I still got the fairy music on my phone.
She was pretty cute that way. I think
Sparkle Splash. Shout out to Sparkle. I still call it a Sparkle Splash.
I know. What is Twisted Bliss? I mean, goddamn.
Sparkle Splash.
All right. Moving on. Let's jump into some SmackDown. The modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, cuts a promo, and the Jinderheads they went to kiss the feet.
I hope this was supposed to be bad because their acting was horrendous.
I got up and went and made food during this segment. I'm sorry.
I did choke a little bit. I was like,
I don't have time for Jinder Mahal anymore.
Why is Jinder the champion?
Because he's the pride of 1.3 billion people.
Which he's not even from. He's not even from India.
He's Indian and Canadian.
Mm-hmm. That's the issue. He's Canadian. But anyways, I mean, he doesn't do anything for me. His promos aren't even like Randy Orton where they're fine. They're just not good at all. Like, he's not even a Randy Orton champion. He's just not good. He's not even
Randy Orton.
Like, Randy Orton, he's fine. He's not gonna build any. He
botched his finish at SummerSlam. Who botches their not even a complicated finish. It's a simple finish. Who botches their finish at SummerSlam?
It kind of looked like Nakamura wasn't giving him his arm, which is kind of what was the case. But I don't understand why Jinder's the champion. Put it on Shinsuke. You could have done it at SummerSlam. It would have made so much bigger with all the fans going crazy.
Put it on another heel if you want. I still think that the right move was Nakamura beating Jinder Mahal and then having Corbin cash in. But apparently you can't be a dick to people on Twitter if you're a heel.
Can't.
Shout out Dave Meltzer. Don't try to bury Dave Meltzer. He'll come for you.
I know.
Or Troops.
I won't say anything bad about Dave Meltzer. He lives right here in the bed.
I'm not complaining. I hope Nakamura wins their little match, and then they have a match in Oakland for the WWE Championship, and then Nakamura wins.
Yeah, I actually am really excited for. This is skipping all the way to the end. I am really excited for Orton versus Nakamura.
Yes. All right, well, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. The new world's greatest tag team, New American Alpha, whatever you want to call them. Gable and Benjamin, they defeat the Ascension.
I think they went a little too 50-50 with the Ascension, but I mean, it was fine. It was a good match. It was what it is.
Benjamin 42 still making it happen.
Love Shelton Benjamin. I love that they're basically redoing the NXT storyline of Gable being the super excited one.
I wish they didn't do a backstage segment with them. Like, I wish they talked about, like, oh, what's our name going to be? Oh, you want the towel? I got a towel for you and all that stuff. Like, just make Chad Gable look like a dork and have Shelton Benjamin look at him like, I got a team with this guy.
All right, well, the U.S. Open Challenge has returned. Ty Dillinger
Gets buried. Was it 15 seconds and he taps out to the
pretty quick.
calf killer?
It's a pretty quick match. It's calf crusher. We can't
Whatever.
say killer on TV.
Whatever. PG.
He wasn't no perfect 10 this week.
Yes.
Solid 4.
So
That's
they're going with
nice.
They're going with Corbin and AJ, I assume.
I mean, the Corbin burial is apparently done. He's going to get a U.S. title shot now.
We'll see. We'll see where he goes. All right. The glorious Bobby Roode. He defeats a true lover in Mike Kanellis.
Kanellis is still on SmackDown, guys.
Apparently he had a prescription pill problem. Shout out to him for kicking that.
Good job. Good job, Mike.
I mean, when you got a wife like that, you got to kick some stuff. If you can't kick it, you don't hit it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But, this is just a placeholder for Roode because my sources say it's going to be Dolph Ziggler against Bobby Roode.
Actually, I hear that eventually when he turns heel on the main roster, the glorious song will be gone.
I have heard that.
Thoughts?
I mean, you've already heard my take on the glorious gimmick. It's just a song. That's all it is.
It's a glorious song.
It's a glorious song, and I think that while it didn't fit with his character at first, they made it fit with his character where he is this corporate, clean-cut person, so he comes out with the glorious music.
You want to know something? When I first heard this song, I did not like it.
I liked it. I mean, it's just over the top and corny. It's really fun to sing along with.
If they get rid of his song, that's fine. I could see them doing it and making it work. But if they do, please don't do it until after WrestleMania, because I want a WrestleMania entrance with the glorious theme.
Oh, his TNA song is pretty good.
Bobby Roode entrance, a Finn Balor entrance, a Nakamura entrance.
I'll buy a ticket just for the entrances.
Man.
Hopefully not an Undertaker entrance.
Hopefully not.
I'm just saying.
All right, moving on. Dolph Ziggler cuts another promo.
I'm hoping he just keeps cutting these promos until his contract runs out.
See, I love this. I love just shooting on stupid gimmicks, Ziggler. I think this could be fun. I could see them kind of building him as his own version of like a Naito. I don't care about anybody gimmick.
Who does he shoot on next?
I don't know who else is left.
I say Doink.
Doink the clown. I should come out dressed up like a clown.
He should,
there should be 8 of me.
No, he should say he's going to come out like the Terminator. Shout out Kenny Omega.
That would be great. I'd love to see him start
Triple
doing
H
some references.
I mean, I don't know what he would. I mean, is he really going to wrestle? Like, what is he going to change his gimmick? He didn't change his gimmick from last week. He's still fairly bleached his hair a little more now.
Like I said, make him the Nate BK.
No, he's going to be
AWA
DDP.
I think he just needs to come out no nonsense. Maybe like he needs to, for his character to work, he needs to be cutting promos almost after every single fight. But if he just comes out and just like kicks the person in the face repeatedly until they stop moving and then pins them and then cuts a promo on how stupid the person is and how pointless it is and then leaves, I could see that getting over eventually. I thought he was going to NXT, so
he should come out. He should dress up like Naomi, but don't get the blacklight entrance. He just comes out with a bunch of glow-in-the-dark shit.
You just can't see anything.
He just comes out with the stupid glasses and a big old fur coat that lights up, but it doesn't look cool. It doesn't look cool with the regular lights on him.
Great.
The guys I've been down with since day one, they defeat the New Day. They pick the stipulation for their soon-to-be tag team title match.
What do you think the stipulation is going to be?
I don't know.
Is there a tag team stipulation WWE where both people can be in the ring at the same time?
Yeah,
that's a
Texas
tornado match.
Maybe they'll pick a Texas tornado match.
We haven't seen one of those in a very, very long time. Maybe a decade.
Well, that's basically every single New Japan Pro Wrestling tag team match.
Or a lucha match where they're just running all over the place.
I prefer tornado tag team matches more often than not. I think they add.
It also makes more sense.
Yeah, they do just make more sense.
Yes.
It's been so long. I don't think I can't remember the last time I saw one. In a tornado match, is there still a specific legal man, or is everyone legal?
No,
everybody's legal.
I think it just has to happen in the ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Tamina. She defeats Tina Stock. I got the enhancement talent's name.
I went and made a cocktail during this.
All right.
I mean,
so Lana, she's hung up the gear and she's managing Tamina.
I mean, once again, they haven't even explained why they're not. Her and Rusev aren't together.
Well, let's be honest here.
I mean, we all know Rusev's way hotter than Tamina. Come on, we all know that. Handsome Rusev.
What?
Ruru all day.
Ruru all day, all night.
I can't hear that. I mean, Tamina's very.
Shout out Summer Rae. When's Summer Rae coming back?
I know I saw she locked herself out of her apartment. I saw that.
Well, that sounds like something Summer Rae would do.
Yeah, shout out to Summer Rae.
Ditzy
I hope you
blonde.
found a way back in.
I mean,
She found a way into. Never mind.
Woo-hoo.
All right, but Tamina, yeah, I'm a fan. She's an attractive woman.
she's just so old and she just hasn't gotten any better.
She hasn't gotten any better.
She,
It's like she's 40 and she's like green as, some of the girl on the Mae Young Classic probably.
some of the girls on the Mae Young.
Nice shout out. Nice shout out.
Even though I haven't seen the Mae Young Classic.
Would you say Eva Marie was a better wrestler than Tamina?
No. I mean,
No,
that-
no.
I mean,
Eva Marie's a lot younger, though.
Eva Marie has a better gimmick than Tamina does.
I
But-
miss Eva Marie.
The beguiling, bewitching,
Oh my god.
mesmerizing.
I mean,
was she,
Tamina's not going to kill anybody in the ring
Gorgeous.
like Eva Marie might, but I'd rather have an Eva Marie match
all right.
just because of the gimmicks that Eva Marie probably would do.
Yeah.
Fashion Files.
Season 2's coming, baby.
Thought. Why don't they just put this on the network?
It'd
make
be
a whole
great.
series.
I would love to just be able to watch it like a TV show.
I mean, they had like that ride along stuff and that
Just have it like a,
Swerved or whatever. Yeah.
Table for Three.
or like a little Southpaw YouTube series.
They need to run actual shows. That'd be pretty funny.
I mean, Pelvis Wesley came out. You didn't even talk about that.
Pelvis Wesley, yeah, he looked like
I
a
wanted
certain
sex.
ginger.
That is the perfect example of why you do not bring an internet sensation to a live crowd, because nobody in that crowd knew what was going on.
I wanted
my-
Sex Ferguson to come out,
Oh my gosh.
even though he was already, Luke
I
Gallows
wanted
already came out.
What's his name? Chet Chepperfield? What's this guy's name? I wanted
Chet, not Applefield. What is it?
Chepperfield.
Cheddarfield. Is that John
Yeah.
Cena's?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. I don't know.
What?
Don't break kayfabe, goddamn.
Whatever. I don't care.
No, but
Fashion Files is great. Shout out to Fashion Files. Got a friend, loves Twin Peaks. Got him to start watching wrestling with me because I told him that they were doing Twin
love the fashion.
I started
Files.
watching Twin Peaks just because of the Fashion Files. I
do.
couldn't.
I have not started watching
I'm
Twin
on
Peaks,
like
but I will.
episode 3, and
Is it good?
It's really weird and crazy.
I've heard it only gets weirder.
Yeah, it's
I
like
like
really
that.
confusing because I didn't watch the original
Shout out
stuff,
to David Lynch.
so I have no idea what's going
Yes.
on.
Great director.
All
One of
right,
the best.
the Viper Randy Orton teamed with the WWE's Rockstar Shinsuke Nakamura to defeat the WWE Champion Jinder Mahal and Ruru, as you guys like to say. Thoughts?
I skipped through this match because I knew it was going to be fine. It wasn't going to be anything special.
It was fine. I enjoyed it.
Something
I watched
special
it.
did
I'm
happen.
Happy to
Well, I
see.
saw I saw what
happy to see
happened
Nakamura
afterwards.
get the win with his finisher.
Shinsuke ate a RKO.
Mhm.
That was, and he didn't just eat an RKO. He devoured that RKO.
He spiked his
He
head
went
in
to
the ground.
he went to the all you can eat buffet of that RKO.
Yes.
That was an amazing sell. He looked dead.
I
he was
did
dead.
enjoy it. I really did.
And I'm excited to see these two wrestle.
I mean,
I think they could put on a really
I feel
good
like
show.
I've said
if
this
no one
a
cares.
bunch of times, but I hope just Shinsuke just brings it. He hasn't brought it so far. And I know Randy Orton probably isn't the best opponent to do it because he's going to go as Randy
Yeah.
Orton, 25-mile-an-hour pace.
I mean, hey, Randy Orton let Lesnar split his head open on him.
That's because he probably got a
Stage.
nice little bonus because of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did.
Vince was like, "I'll pay you $5,000 extra, damn it." Yeah.
hmm
But did you guys see NXT?
I did not.
I watched a bit of it
You
last
watched
night.
a bit of it because
I saw Adam Cole did something.
Adam Cole, baby, yes, he's doing big things.
It's Tings.
Things, he's doing things.
Big things.
Big Tings. No
big,
H.
Big things.
Yeah.
Did you catch the promo where the crowd let us all know how they feel about him? No.
What happened? Tell us. Enlighten us.
So
It's
his name is I always get mixed up. Is it Galloway or is it? It's Drew Galloway or Drew McIntyre?
McIntyre.
It's McIntyre on the main roster. My apologies. So McIntyre's cutting his promo and he's going like, I just need to call out Kyle O'Reilly, pause, Bobby Fish, pause, and he goes, and Adam Cole, and right as he finishes, the entire crowd just screams out, bye-bye, because he's doing the pause. He's waiting for it, and it's great. He's not even in the ring, and he's over.
we love it.
Yeah.
I love Adam.
I love
Cole.
Adam Cole.
I give him
Adam Cole's
5
the
years.
man.
I give WWE 5 years. If he's not one of the faces of the company in 5 years, then they have squandered Adam Cole.
I give it a good 2.
He's young and he's awesome.
He's in his 20s. I was like, what?
Yeah, he's
Oh.
great in the ring. He's charismatic as all hell. Looks good in a suit. Looks good in his
He's a little
ring attire.
small. He's a little small.
He is a little small.
I mean, that's his only deterrent. Like, I love Adam Cole. I don't know if he's the face of the company
Hey,
type
Bret,
guy, though.
Hey, Bret Hart was the face of the company at one point, and he's shorty.
Rey Mysterio's face of the company.
He was not really the face of the company. He was a
True.
champion. He wasn't the face of the company.
Ah,
John Cena was the
I would
face
say
of
he
the
was more
company.
of a face of the company than he was a champion. They never really let
mean-
him have a title run.
I mean, he was really over with the kids because he got the mask. It's
True.
like Jeff Hardy.
it's a good mask. It's a good mask.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the kids. We love the kids.
If Jeff Hardy wins that title on Monday, I'm cutting up socks and making armbands.
You gonna show up with your little stuff on Raw?
Do the whole little...
No.
I might.
that thing.
Get a
Oh,
tree
man.
tattoo on your arm.
Hell yeah, dude. Get the little Hardy symbol on the back of my neck. All right. Guys, who's the superstar of the week?
This was really hard for me because I don't really think anybody stood out as in a positive way. And I know some people are probably going to say Cena, but I can't. It's hard for me to think of anyone who. I'll go last. You guys go first.
You know what?
Who wants to walk with Elias?
Did he even have a segment?
I just wanted to play it.
He
okay.
beat up Pelvis Wesley.
Yeah, he did beat up Pelvis.
did beat up
Shout
Pelvis.
out Elias.
You're gonna get the Elias World Tour shirt. San Jose's on the back of that.
I think I might have to.
That's a great idea for
I
sure.
love Elias. I do. But seriously,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go easy. I'm gonna go John Cena.
I'm
John
go-
Cena.
I'm going
John Cena. I know you don't like it, but John Cena did bring the heat today.
Yeah.
He brought it.
He brought passion. He just brought negative connotations. Yeah.
I mean, the segment was so entertaining in a bubble because that's like the most entertaining segment I've seen in a long ass time.
Yeah.
All right, actually, I got it. I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna leave the World WWE for my superstar spotlight.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna give it to Will Ospreay for the WCPW World Cup. He put on.
Oh, he won it?
He did not win it. He
Oh.
put on amazing match after amazing
Who won?
match after amazing match. I don't want to get this wrong. Kushida.
Okay.
Kushida won it.
Jay Lethal did not win.
He beat Will Ospreay to win. Will Ospreay beat Rey Mysterio and cut a beautiful promo, just thanking Rey Mysterio for everything he's done and basically telling him like you're the reason why I'm a wrestler. Yeah.
Jay Lethal didn't win?
No,
He was going to go in the Black Power ranking.
He used to be
Too
on the
bad.
Black
He
Power
didn't win.
ranking.
I can't remember who he lost to. I think he
Oh.
lost to Kushida. No, yeah, I think he lost to Kushida. It is unfortunate that that WCPW was not able to have one of their own boys, Will Ospreay, win, but I do understand that Kushida is the
And that was probably in the clause.
champion of New Japan for
The
that
clause,
for
yeah.
the
I mean,
junior
that's what they do,
heavyweight.
that's what they do with
You
ROH.
can't have Will Ospreay win.
Speaking of
Cody Rhodes about to face Minoru Suzuki.
Yes, I was just about to say that. September 22nd.
Someone's gonna
die. Cody Rhodes is gonna get his face bashed in.
Hey,
He's gonna probably still win, but he's gonna get his face bashed in. I mean, there's a reason he didn't want to face in the G1 Classic. Well, probably because ROH didn't want him losing 5 times. But
I loved Kenny Omega after he beat Suzuki, and they're like, "Hey, you get a shot at that title now." And he's like, "No, I don't want to face that. I don't want that fight." And it's like, oh, that's how scared they are of Suzuki. He's a scary man.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I had the privilege to interview Shane Cody. He is a wrestling legend. He had some good stories for me. Talked about training Bailey. He's worked with Jericho. He had a few stops in the WWF back in the 80s. Off the record, told me some stuff about your Hogans and your Andres and Vince and Warrior and Luger and stuff like that. It was a good listen. I will put that up on. I'll upload it probably like Wednesday. But we did a second one, Shooting the Breeze, and he told me a very funny story about Hornswoggle, who pooped in a field.
Classic
In a
Hornswoggle.
what?
Hornswoggle took a poop in a field.
Sounds like
Well,
Vince McMahon's son.
I mean, it's better than doing it in someone's gym bag or something.
Shout out to Randy Orton.
Oh yeah, they also put mice in Rocky Johnson's gym bag. That was pretty funny.
Or doing it in someone's prescription bottle and leaving it in there.
All right, let's not go there. Just check out the Shooting the Breeze that's up on the YouTube channel. All right, and promo pick of the week.
Okay, so this is not the first time John Cena has buried a Samoan on Raw. So we're going to go back to 2012, February 28th, 2012 to be exact. And Raw, it's a 21-minute promo on YouTube, but just go to the last 5 minutes where John Cena comes out after The Rock cuts a long-ass promo, and then he comes out, and this is the
Is
one
it the
where...
promo on the arm?
Yeah,
is this
Rock,
yeah.
Rock has the stuff on the arm, and John
Classic.
Cena comes in and calls him out, and he actually talks about winning at WrestleMania, something they didn't talk about today at No Mercy, which, I've harped on a lot.
As you said, they got 3 weeks.
I know. They got this. I mean, I was between this or the go home segment. The go home segment they had was really good too. So if you want to watch that one as well. Where like it's 10 minutes of them going back and forth, and they're they're shooting on each other, saying how they don't like each other, and Cena saying, "Oh, Rock left us," and all that stuff. I've been a WWE wrestler longer than you have, Rock. But
Yeah.
it's basically the same thing as the Cena Roman Reigns thing, but this one is a little better,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, match pick of the week. I had a hard time finding one because, as you guys saw, it was kneed in the face.
I'm sorry about that.
Yes, I'm sorry about that as well. But I chose
think you live.
Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan, Fastlane 2015. Number 1 contenders match. Winner gets Brock at 31.
Yeah.
I chose that.
We all know who won that match.
Classic.
This is just another way of WWE teasing us. Oh, you want Daniel Bryan? Nope, we're giving you Roman Reigns instead.
We got Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30.
Uh-huh. after
He's
they.
still owed a rematch, by the way. I'm just
Well,
saying.
this is after they were gonna do Randy Orton and Batista for the longest time. Who thought that was a good idea?
Triple H.
I'm just joking. Just joking. No, but that was
As much as this was the era of really not being happy with outcomes like this, hey, I did love Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at 31. Did love that match.
You were there.
Yeah, you were there.
Number one match on the top 5 matches ever for me. Best time ever.
Best time ever, yes. All right, guys. Well, I'd like to thank all of you for listening, watching. We are on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, all that good stuff. The store is still in progress.
The store.
We're gonna have a Bulletcast store.
Cool. I'm down.
Shot glasses, flasks, shower curtains, rugs.
Shower curtains, because when you want to wash yourself, just look.
Just the image of all of the three of us just standing there looking at you.
I
That's
think
what the shower curtains are?
I think it's just the logo.
I think it's just the logo, but I could put like our faces in like the eyeballs or something.
Okay, I'm down with that.
All right,
as
long as it sells, I don't care.
As a side note, I know I've been gone for a bit. I can imagine that I was not here for the number one match pick.
You were not.
I missed that.
Oh my gosh. Well, go right ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll throw this out real quick. It was one that it's fair that I wasn't here for because it was one that we spoke about a couple times in it. My number one match was I'm gonna butcher which one it was, but it's Bret Hart and Stone Cold, the submission match, the famous one.
WrestleMania 13.
Yes, thank you.
The blood.
It's everything I love about wrestling. Great double turn. It's hard to think of other successful double turns. This one was so perfect. But yeah, that was
the proverbial crimson mask.
Yes, it
one
was
of the
so
best
good.
shots ever in wrestling history.
One of the greatest shots. It was blood
in cinematic history.
And it's interesting that it was my favorite match, considering if you want to learn more about my stance on blood in matches, you can go look up Off the Top Rope Wrestling, my wrestling articles. I just published one about my thoughts on blood in wrestling.
Yes, he did one about Roman Reigns and why
and the problems with him or the problems without him. And you can look out for another article coming this week about women's wrestling.
I will say about Roman Reigns, he is not the problem. The fans are the problem.
Don't open up that can of worms right now at the end of the podcast.
Stupid marks.
You can't be doing that.
Go read my article. That's
dumb
my point
marks.
as
No,
well.
but follow us on Twitter at Bulletcast, YouTube The Bulletcast, Instagram The Bulletcast. You want to email us bulletcast2sweet2 is in the number 2 SWEET@gmail.com. And I guess
somebody ask us a question.
Somebody.
One of these days.
You even ask me what I had for lunch, I'll answer.
I know.
It doesn't have to be about wrestling. Goddamn! Ask me about Game of Thrones. I like Game of Thrones.
The NFL season's
I'm tired
coming
of hearing
up.
about Game of Thrones.
You never won't hear about it.
You know who you are.
Rick and Morty. Ask about Rick and
I'm
Morty.
tired of hearing about Rick and Morty too. You know who you are.
Or the NFL season.
Talk to me about Seinfeld. I'll talk to you about Seinfeld. I love that show.
NFL season.
Next week.
Shout out to Vince for giving us some fire because he knows Monday Night Football's coming around the corner.
Yeah, he's got to
He's
raise
gotta
his
step
stock
it
a
up.
little.
I like that.
Shout out to the Raiders. We winning the whole thing this year, you know what I'm saying?
They out to Vegas though?
We're not going to talk about that. We're going to deal with that in 2 years.
You're just going to keep supporting your team until then.
And then, it's okay because Las Vegas probably will get WrestleMania in a couple years, and I'll be okay with that.
All right.
My guys will keep you out of the playoffs like we always do.
We'll go down there.
Oh my. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Bulletcast, 31. I hope we're going to be here for 31 more.
I'm just here.
So 62.
One week at a time.
1 week at a time.
1 week at.
Hopefully we're here next week.
Hopefully we are.
I will be.
Yes. All right.
I promise.
This is how I want to end it all, you know?
And thanks for being the elite, the elite. Break it down, the elite. Break it down. Block it out, block it out.
Thank you so much. We will see you next time.
Goodbye and good night.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.